Well, I just finished Stranger Things Season 2. I feel like I wasted my time. I waited this long to watch it because I heard it was bad and I had no real interest in seeing it. The first season was half amazing, half meh, and it just sort of left like on a predictable note. But I was like, okay, maybe they'll get future stories right about this thing. I still liked the first season. It ended up being good, not great, because of the last 4 episodes. The first 4 episodes were really fucking great, and it's why everybody loves the show. But this second season, it basically was filler. Like, I can't even. I realized the actor playing Will Byers was out of the story for most of the first season, so they tried to compensate this time around by having him be the star of the show, and it just does not work out. That kid, he's not a very good actor. He really wasn't given much to do, so I don't blame him, and he's young and all that shit, but I think he was terrible in this season. Fucking Will. The kids, they were pretty good. I liked the new girl, Maxine. I thought she was pretty cool. Dacre Montgomery or whatever, the Red Ranger from the Power Rangers movie. I liked that movie, but he's just pointless in this fucking story, and yet they have this really fucking weird relationship, him and his parents, and the new girl Maxine, and just what? And I don't understand why are these things introduced and then never talked about again until the very end. There's a lot of things that are established in the first episode that are not brought up again until the last episode, or the second to last one, very briefly, and then never really talked about again. And I guess it's because the way this season ends, they're going to do it again in the third season. So that's cheating the audience. You're filling it up. Like, there's 6 episodes here that don't even fucking matter out of the 9, I think. Especially the Lost Sister episode. Holy shit, that was one of the most boring things I've ever seen. Like, it's been a while since I've paused something in the middle. I was like, oh god, I'm only 27 minutes into this. I gotta get out of here. When she goes to fucking London or whatever and visits the other thing that's like her number 8 instead of 11. Oh, it was so bad. It was such a bad episode. It did nothing. And it's, I guess it finishes 11's arc or whatever, finding about her backstory, but it was trash. Really indicative of this whole season. Just these things that aren't really needed to be talked about, or not even good kind of world building. Random world building. It's just like, oh, we've got to talk about 11 more, so let's just fucking write anything and have it as her backstory instead of, do we need to talk about 11 more? Do we need to figure out who her mother was and who her sister was? And they didn't ask that question. It was just, let's do something, anything. And it's the same with this new girl and her brother. We don't know much about them. I guess, again, the way that this ends, like, it's pointless because it ends the same. Like, the Shadow Monster, nothing happened to him. Nothing happened. The Shadow Monster's still there. He's just another bigger Demogorgon, whatever, they closed the gate, but he's still fucking there, so I guess that's what Season 3 is, even though I saw the trailer a few weeks ago. I don't really remember it because I hadn't seen Season 2 yet. Now I see Season 2. Again, I only blew through this season because Season 3 comes out in a few days. I think Thursday or some shit, and today's, I guess it's Sunday night or whatever, and I was like, I ain't doing anything else. There's nothing in theaters for me to review right now. Well, I'm lazy, but I should go out and see stuff. But God, everything looks terrible. I don't want to see it, but I should see it because this is what I'm supposed to be doing. But holy fuck! I got it. It's fucking hot. Jesus Christ! Fucking holy shit. Okay. I don't understand. People were so excited to see if the show would continue. We didn't even know if the show was going to continue based on the way the first season ended, but it was so popular, and you saw Will spit out the slug in the sink, and you knew the Upside Down was still a thing, and I'm like, okay, there's potential for this season, and the exact opposite has happened. It's the bad kind of continuation, but again, let's see what happens this week, in Season 3. Maybe it'll redeem everything that happens here, but this was a really poor season. Some things I like, don't get me wrong. I'm going to say some positives too. I'm just spitballing. I write my reviews. I didn't write anything down. I'm just going off the cusp here, whatever. And I'm fucking tired, but I'm just going to keep doing this anyway. I liked, again, the new girl. I liked that her and Lucas developed a relationship. Although the show has this almost mean-spirited thing with Dustin at the end with the dance. Like, what the fuck was that? Like, I didn't need to see that shit. Even though Nancy ends up dancing with him, it's so weird that he gets instilled this confidence from Steve and the Farrah Fawcett hairspray, which was funny. And then he just asks these two girls out that the show is like showing you are not good girls, and just out of nowhere, it's not like it even hinted at him being interested in them. It's literally because Maxine went with Lucas, and it's just such a weird. Oh, it made me feel uncomfortable. I mean, I guess I kind of felt sad for Dustin. Maybe you're supposed to, but I thought that was bad. I liked that Jonathan and Nancy got together, even though it was so contrived how it happened, pretty much with the conspiracy theorist who ends up being right, who ends up betting them for the night. That sounded weird, but ends up providing them, But I liked how they ended up spending the night together. But the scenario in which it happens, this conspiracy theorist guy, he's there in the first episode. He's there when Nancy and Jonathan need him, and then you see him laughing at the end because he's right at the military people, whatever. I just don't understand. I mean, Dustin was really funny in this season overall before the mean-spirited thing at the end, but I haven't done this in a while. Reviewed a show. This is why. I can only imagine how disappointed people were the week this came out. They were like, they waited a year and a half or whatever for that, or a year and 4 months or whatever. Now this has been like a year and 8 months. But it's okay. I wasn't hyped for it, so I can't be that mad that it ended up being like meh and nothing. Christ, I really don't even want to talk about it. Just repeating so many things from the first season. And the Sean Astin, oh man. I guess I kind of liked him, but the way he fucking dies, like, oh, that was pretty weak, guys. That was pretty silly. I mean, yeah, again, it's the same thing that happened in, like, Frozen. It's like, oh, a girl who likes two different dudes. You can't let her make her own informed decision. The story has to kill one of them off or make one of them evil. Like in Frozen, that the dude who she thinks she's in love with ends up being evil, so she ends up with the other guy. And in this, she loved, obviously her and Hopper have a history, but she's with Bob, Sean Astin, and so the story kills him. So now that all that's left is Jim Hopper. It's just, did we need him to die for this to happen? I just, why did I make this video? Oh man.